Summary: crew members on Below Deck are fired for various reasons, from simple mistakes to safety concerns. Firing decisions are often in the best interest of crew and guests, despite not always making sense to fans. Those who handle being fired gracefully set good examples for future crew members. Below Deck has seen many crew members get fired, but only a few have taken the harsh news gracefully. Some crew members have been fired for trivial reasons, and others for far more important issues that relate to the safety of the yacht. Below Deck has always chronicled the lives of the young crew members who work on the yachts. Oftentimes, it's hard to anticipate how hard life on a superyacht can be. However, when these employees begin slacking on the job, captains have to make the hard decision to terminate their employment. Sometimes, crew members make simple mistakes or aren't a right fit for a particular charter. It's upsetting when cast members get fired for reasons that don't make sense to the fans, but most of the time, it's in the best interest of the crew and guests. With the arrival of a new cast and crew in Below Deck Season 11, one crew member has already been fired, and they took the news pretty well. There's been a series of firings throughout the years on Below Deck, but only a few have taken the news well. Related: Below Deck alum Captain Lee claims Jill Zarin's attitude as charter guest stunk. Below Deck alum Captain Lee Rosbeck does not hold back his feelings on outrageous charter guest and former Real Housewife star Jill Zarin. 8. Shane Coopersmith. Below Deck Season 8 close. Shane Coopersmith may have been fired on Below Deck Season 8 by Captain Lee Rosbeck, but not for any extreme reasons. Shane started Season 8 as one of the most relaxed crew members. Throughout his tenure, Shane was often found relaxing and sneaking in naps throughout the day. He was warned about his laziness, and Captain Lee hit a breaking point when Shane slept through an early morning alarm, which disrupted the entire workflow on the yacht. There were no hard feelings, though, as Shane left the yacht and met up with his girlfriend, Aubrey Thomas, after being fired. 7. Hindrigo Kiko Lauren. Below Deck Mediterranean Season 5 close. Hindrigo Kiko Lauren was the chef on Below Deck Mediterranean Season 5. He formed great relationships with his crew members, noticeably with Chief Steward Hannah Ferrier. While he was close with the crew, Captain Sandy Yan was not impressed with his skills as a chef. Captain Sandy wasn't sure that Kiko had the skills and experience to be a yacht chef and ultimately fired him after he prepared a meal for the season's Vegas night. Kiko and Hannah wanted to make fried dishes for the meal, which flopped. He was fired after the charter was over. 6. Magda Ziomek. Below Deck Down Under Season 1 close. Magda Ziomek was utterly too distracted during her time working on a stew during Below Deck Down Under Season 1. Magda spent far too much time texting and calling her long-distance boyfriend at work. They had trust issues, which ended up bleeding into Magda's performance at work. Magda's co-worker and chief stew, Aisha Scott, had a conversation with Captain Jason Chambers and voiced her frustrations with Magda's constant distraction. Captain Jason then asked Magda to talk, and he ended up firing her. It's a shame Magda's relationship prohibited her from excelling on Below Deck Down Under. 5. Tom Pearson. Below Deck Sailing Yacht Season 3 close. Tom Pearson was a bit messy on Below Deck Sailing Yacht Season 3, but his biggest mess came after failing to report an anchor mishap. The deckhand was immersed in the drama on Below Deck Sailing Yacht Season 3 as he was one-third of a love triangle with first mate Gary King and stewardess Ashley Marty. Tom may have gotten sick in Captain Glenn Shepard's room on night 1, but he was let go after an anchor began dragging in the middle of the night. Tom didn't report this immediately to Captain Glenn and was fired. 4. Jared Woodin. Below Deck Season 11 Close. Jared Woodin is one of the most recent crew members to be fired on Below Deck Season 11. Jared's journey in the season started rocky, as Captain Kerry Titherage was not impressed with how he was doing his job. He came in with over a decade of experience as a yachtsman, but issues in Jared's personal life made him irritable. The yacht lacked proper cell service, which meant Jared couldn't speak with his daughter much. He had to speak with her at specific times, which angered him. Jared took out his frustrations on his fellow crew members. Jared got into a heated argument with Kyle Stilley near a hot tub on the boat. Jared was upset with Kyle because he hadn't cleaned up a mess. Captain Kerry spoke with Kyle and Barbie Pascal about Jared's behavior and then decided to fire Jared on Below Deck Season 11, Episode 7. He urged him to focus on getting in touch with his daughter and working on his mental health. Captain Kerry called the firing the fastest departure in Below Deck history. It was apparent that outside influences were contributing to Jared's behavior. 3. Chandler Brooks. Below Deck Season 6 Close. Chandler Brooks was a bosun on Below Deck Season 6, and he admittedly didn't get along that well with Captain Lee. Chandler didn't have the best leadership skills, and his team often suffered from his lack of experience. His team expressed Chandler's faults to Captain Lee a few times before he finally decided to let him go. Chandler was not upset at all about being fired, though. He was quite relieved after Captain Lee decided to fire him, as he felt very overwhelmed by the job and the rest of his crew members. 2. Reagan Tyler. Below Deck Mediterranean Season 7 Close. Captain Sandy was excited to welcome Reagan Tyler to Below Deck Mediterranean Season 7 as the second ever female bosun in the entire Below Deck franchise. However, once Reagan started working as a bosun, it was clear she lacked experience. Reagan almost caused a crash while working, and Captain Sandy decided to let her go. Her firing was not dramatic at all, and Captain Sandy actually said she would love to work with Reagan again in the future after she gained more experience. 1. Adam Kodra. Below Deck Down Under Season 2 Close. Adam Kodra clashed with Captain Jason Chambers throughout Below Deck Down Under Season 2. Adam was not keen on Captain Jason's leadership style and felt that he was disrespected at times. Adam did not have as much experience as the rest of his crew members, and viewers felt Captain Jason should have trained him better at his job. He fit in well with the rest of the crew, but Captain Jason had to fire him after a silly mistake due to his lack of experience. Adam released an anchor while the yacht was moving, which was extremely dangerous. "I can't believe it. I was learning a lot about having a lot of fun," said Adam. "It just sucks that it's getting cut short. I completely messed up. You don't have anyone to blame but yourself." Adam took full ownership of his mistake but was still admittedly upset that he had to leave the yacht. Fans felt it was harsh for Captain Jason to fire Adam, but he walked away from the experience gracefully. It's hard for crew members on Below Deck to get fired, but those who walk away with their heads held high set the best examples for future crew members to come. Below Deck Season 11 airs Mondays at 9 p.m. on Bravo. Below Deck created by Mark Cronin, Rebecca Taylor Henning, Doug Henning. First TV show Below Deck.